I think he's likable by default.
Yeah.
He just has a charisma. Yeah.
Anthony
I think
Lee?
he has actual charisma.
He's got the riz, as everyone says.
Oh.
I think he just carries a thing where you're like, oh.
Are we talking about cool Anthony or regular Anthony?
Regular Anthony, yeah. Welcome back, everyone, to another amazing episode of Careful Boys. Today we have Bart, Nick, Kalyne, Joe, Steve, and myself. Everybody has to answer this. I don't care how you feel about it. Okay, ready? Yeah. What do you believe makes you likable?
I don't care if you like me. That's what makes me likable.
Hey, I like that.
I think that.
That's a.
I really don't care.
What?
If I cared so much about what people thought of me, I don't even think I'd be on the tubes for as long.
Who helped you get to that?
My
Was it your mentor?
Yeah, my mentor Trenton. Yeah.
Damn, he really did supply you with the goods,
Big
man.
time. Big time. I got lucky. Yeah.
That's a hard thing to, I think, come to. Like, it's hard to arrive to the point of like, you know what? I really don't care.
Well, you can let people drown your voice out with what they think, right? And I hope that people listen to me on this. Especially if you're new and you're trying to make stuff for yourself. One of the biggest follies that people fall into, they're making something and they have a small audience. And they really do care about their audience. I know they do. And they're like, hey, give me feedback. And then the feedback becomes the content. Huge mistake. That's not your content anymore. You're just letting other people wag the dog.
There's no longevity in that too, because how long can you keep that up?
Can't. You're trying to please other people. So then eventually they'll turn against you.
You're not innovating. You're just people pleasing.
That's it. Wow. It's not a way to make.
It's called pandering.
Yep. Huge mistake. But yeah, I've only ever survived in any of this shit by not worrying about if people like me or not, because I don't care. I do like it when people like me. Yeah. Obviously, I'm a human being, but I don't.
You're
really...
not disappointed if someone's like, you know what?
Someone's like, oh, that's Steve Greene guy. I'm like, yeah, good. I don't like a lot of people too. Like, you know what I mean? For damn sure.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
That's a tough question, dude.
They're really tough because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, why do people like you?
Or what do you believe?
Yeah, like, what do you think why people like you?
Oh, because I'm entertaining as fuck.
Shit, hell yeah, tell me.
Extremely. I say intrusive thoughts. I do things that people probably keep in their own mind when it's all true. And I'm like laughing at the facade of what we call reality. And then they think that's funny because they're afraid to say that. Because of social, like, I don't know, like it's not correct. It's socially incorrect, right? So then,
You're a disruptor.
He's also a non sequitur user. I think that makes you hella likable.
A what?
A non sequitur user.
A sequitur?
Non sequitur.
What's that?
You'll just be like, I like to watch dinosaurs fight in my head.
I mean, who doesn't?
And people are like, I've never heard that before, and it has nothing to do with the relevance of the conversation.
They're like, what did
But I like it.
Or the article.
And I'm laughing.
I think when I realized that people care more about themselves than I care about what they think of me, that was so liberating. Because then when I was in class and I was like a kid, like I was about to read this story and I didn't practice and I was just like, fuck, I'm just like so scared. And then I looked around and everyone's practicing their own line in their head. And when you're doing the speech, everyone's just worried about them doing their speech.
Right.
And then Saul's like, why do I care if they don't care? Then why does it matter? And then if you make someone feel like if you don't judge them, because there are a lot of people that are judgy as fuck, right? Then they feel relaxed around you. And I think that's the key, is if people feel like you accept them and they feel relaxed around you and not judged, it's so simple. They love you after that.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I think there's like two versions of the question. Like one, what you think, and then going around the room and everybody thinking or saying what they think about you.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
good.
so it's like the internal perception and then the outside perception.
So I like how Nick doesn't share anything a lot like that.
I like the deflection of it because I also relate.
Because it's good jujitsu, good technique.
We should start with what he thinks and then we can tell him. So you go first. What do you think?
Because think about, you have friends, and then people on people that are fans of JK, they instantly liked you. Why do you think that is? Don't fucking dodge the question. You answer it, you motherfucker.
I always feel like, especially recently, I really do try to
take into consideration what you guys always say about me deflecting, and I really try not to deflect, and I really try to answer the question wholeheartedly. So my answer to the question is, Bart, do you want to go? No, I'm just kidding. I think I just don't take myself that seriously.
So you're relatable.
See?
Man, fuck you, Colleen.
You're relatable. You're a relatable guy.
Yeah, I guess.
That's great. People need somebody to look to.
I don't know.
You're like the anti-bragger.
Right.
He talks so low of himself that nobody wants to get his business.
That is absolutely true.
He's a trainer, and everyone's like, I'm not gonna learn from you then.
Yeah.
You can't even
say that a lot.
help people.
Well, we throw him on Grindr for 10 seconds. He has 150 guys who want to fuck him. So what's that say?
To be fair, I think if we throw you guys on Grindr, you guys would get the same.
If you could, like if Yelp asked you to rate your own business because they just needed something, would you give yourself 5 stars?
Yeah, I think I do a good job at what I do.
That's awesome.
When it comes to business,
Yeah,
thank you.
That's dope.
Hey,
Wow.
You know what? A lot of people think so. Ryan had to destroy his phone because so many Grindr things. He deleted the Grindr app and he was still getting
I had
notifications.
to melt my phone.
He had to put his phone in the toilet and flush it.
Yeah. I had to shit on it.
You got to figure out your push notifications or something. I don't know what it is.
Bart Kwan, first of all, is there anything likable about you?
No.
That's what's so likable. He's so honest. Like,
What's likable? I think maybe because I like to goof around.
He's a goof. The guy is a goof.
He's a
Fuck
goofy
around. I
guy.
like to
We all voted no on that. We all voted
I
no.
like to fuck around a lot, and I'm usually.
I retract
never-
my statement.
It's hard to, I think, like for me to be in a bad mood. So maybe that's why.
Because you have no emotions.
Because you don't deserve to be in a bad mood, right?
Yeah. I'm being an idiot if I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
So he has forced fun.
That's cool.
It's also what we portray.
Bro, this is a weird.
So now what do we think? Now what do we think?
It's a tough one.
Now what do we think?
Because it's also what we. I think there's also another layer to it, right? It's like the people who really know us in real life and why they like us, and then we're also entertainers. So why do they like us for that aspect?
The layers.
The
There are
layer.
layers.
Right.
Well, for you, it's obvious, right? You're a fucking fantastic father, like unbelievable father. Like you care more than anybody about being a dad.
I see Gio doing everything and Bart just like nothing.
Part nothing at all.
I've never seen this guy more into anything than his kid.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's true. He loves being a family man.
You won't shut up about Taika, dude.
he's like a. It's
I'll
like
shut up then.
Well, now you're not likable.
Yeah. Now we hate you all.
But no, that is something that I've noticed about you, knowing you pre-Taika, post-Taika. Like you just like all of a sudden became like dad mode guy, and like it's really awesome to see.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to see you. I think once you decide to do something, you put all your resources and effort into it, and I think that's really cool.
That's likable.
To me,
It's not like, oh, that guy's a fucking.
Well, no, but you're not a pain in the ass about it. Like you will actually
yeah.
downplay it.
Yeah.
So we're like, man, that's cool, Bart. You're doing a lifting thing next month. He's like, yeah, but it's fucking whack. It sucks. I can't.
but you do it all the way full-fledged, and you just like keep it to yourself, you know. But
That's cool.
Unless
Yeah,
we have
that's
to pry it open out of you, you know. But like, it's cool to see you go in that mode. To me, at least.
You know what I realized? I have a lot of autistic friends that are close.
Yeah.
Bart's one of them, right?
I'm one of them, yeah.
Big time.
And then I realized the reason
But you need to
why-
have one though. You gotta have
I
one.
think I got more shit too.
The reason why is because most folks with autism are just straight up. Like there's nothing like
No filter.
No, and I appreciate that. Like it's just even if it might be socially unacceptable, like it's just clear and it's like with great intentions and it's just easy.
Yeah.
There's no like, you know, this ulterior motive, or there's no like person that's like, I thought you were my friend, but really you're my frenemy, or you were competing against me, or
No
whatever.
snaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually snaking and the weird gray area friendship, that's actually normal out there. That's why I was like, oh, that's why all of my friends are retards. Because they're straight up. They're completely honest. Whereas like have you been in, I've just been in other friend groups like these days, because I've been hanging out with you guys mostly, but now like I'm meeting so many more people and going back out again, and I'm like, damn, most people just talk shit behind their friends' backs all fucking day.
True.
And I'm like, damn, this is like old high school. And then what did they do on the weekends? Just get piss ass drunk. And then the same thing again. And like, if you hate these people, what the fuck are you doing? That's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for All Steve Day. We're gonna talk about someone who shits all over people all the time, and their
But you do it to
initials
their
are
face.
CB, and she's a big time tuber. And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Oh, whoa, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
I got it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
How about you, Colleen?
What I think, or what I think.
What do you think first?
What I think.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think nowadays my ability to listen is more of my strength. Because I think before I would speak more, and now in a group like this, I've actually been a little bit more reserved and been able to kind of like pick up on certain things, and that's actually been really refreshing. But I don't know what the outside perspective is.
You've actually had a problem with like just speaking like your shit, or
No. What I'm saying is I usually speak too much.
Oh, okay.
Like I usually am the one
chatterbox.
that's...
You got to direct the shit.
Yeah, I'm usually the one that's leading the conversation in the majority of my life, in my day-to-day life. And I think in a group like this, in an environment like this, I have my moments, but it's nice to just take a back seat for once.
but aren't you just overpowered by a bunch of guys?
We're overpowering.
Yeah, maybe that too, but it is nice to just fucking, you know.
Being around a bunch of alphas, you know.
Yeah, a bunch of Sigma males.
Yeah, like obviously we're gonna be doing.
You know what I love about Steve is that he's such a beta.
Wait, I'm a beta.
I love that Steve's such a beta. It's like one of his like best traits about him.
And he owns it. He owns
Yeah, he owns it, you know? Like,
Do betas step on their chicks' heads? Whoa, dude, I'm really insecure about this. Holy shit.
He was working his way up to be on the cast of Fresh and Fit, but you just took that down. He'll never be on it anymore.
that's like the epitome of success nowadays.
That's the epitome of
That's
alpha.
everything.
Dude, show them the back of your shirt.
Oh, dude, I'm the fucking king of crypto. What are you talking about?
Crypto King!
Is the crypto king a beta? I don't think so, bro.
If you call yourself a king, is that beta? No, it's not. It's called alpha. It's called alpha energy.
It's called compromising. It's called exaggerating to a degree.
I think what's likable about you is you're very open-minded. Because when you first came in, like I'm always just scared with like new energy, and then like, so I kind of watch out for that. Like as we say crazy shit, kind of like what people's reactions are, and then like you have a keen sense of like they're fucking around, or they're being sarcastic, or they really believe this, or oh, I need to be sensitive and like in this moment, you know, and it's like your ability to kind of adapt and like understand the energy of the room versus like some people I feel like they get like butt hurt over something or whatever. I'm like, oh
Yeah, there's no feeling of that weird insecurity
Or the
thing or just judgmental thing. Yeah, and I think
Unless
that's
Tesh is
why-
here.
I mean, do you guys find that with a lot of women that come in? That,
Yeah.
Like women are more.
Depends on
like-
if they're into comedy or not. I noticed the ones that are really into comedy, like they get it, and the ones that aren't, I think they don't know what we're doing. So they don't know if we're doing sad. Like they think we're literally meaning it, and it's like no, that's just an act.
But also with dudes, like you can tell how attached a dude is to their ideas. So for us, like there could be something I'm extremely, or any of us are extremely, like he obviously like Nick loves jujitsu, right? He's trained it for fucking 10 years. He does it every fucking night. If we shit on jujitsu and say how fucking gay it is, he doesn't give a
it's
fuck.
so gay.
He's not attached to it, and then so you can kind of feel like when people are really attached to their shit, you're like, dude, you need to fucking chill out, and you kind of don't fit the energy of the room.
That's so true.
But you guys don't think jiu-jitsu's gay though, right?
We do. Yeah, we do.
I thought it was meant to be.
Is this satire? Is this
Is this good content?
It goes back to actually what Bart said, right? He doesn't take himself too seriously. That's kind of the key to this room, I think. Yeah. None of us really do.
Yeah.
We're all just fucking around.
I think for the most part, like, maybe I'll speak for myself on this part, but like I take humor as like a coping mechanism for anything in my life, and if I don't have humor, then life is just super cynical. And it gets really depressing. So I mean, I have to have that.
You're always good at knowing the joke though. Like even outside of here, like you're good at knowing it and playing along without auto agreeing, which I think a lot of people do as a method of thinking they get the joke because they just like, you know, try to just be on the same page verbally, but you kind of just get it.
You know who's good with that too? Shannon Boudreaux. She used to.
Oh yeah, she's a master.
Like, yeah, I mean, she might not participate in certain jokes, but she gets it and she understands
You met Shan.
I did.
She's like a sex therapist and shit.
I don't think I met her.
His curly hair.
Yeah. Loves to fuck, loves to suck.
She does.
So that's her tagline. That's her tagline.
Yeah,
See, she would laugh at that. That's
yeah, Kalene's really good at just being able to flow with everyone, and kind of like what you mentioned earlier about just observing and seeing and then jumping in. Like, you kind of ride the wave together, and it's not like this, you're not trying to control a narrative. And I think a lot of people do that, right? They have a stance of what they really believe in, and then they think we're just gonna join that journey, and we're like, no, I don't believe that.
I mean, it also circles back to what Steve said. It's like, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. Like, you can think whatever you want about me. Like, I'm here just having fun with my friends and conversing. And if you want to pick up on something and then create your own narrative, then run with it.
It's like when people bring up politicians to me, I'm like, I don't believe in them.
Yeah.
I don't care. What you think I think? I don't think it. I don't believe in these people.
No.
Like, leave me
But they're entertaining. So then when we talk about politicians, it sounds like you might be supporting one or the other, but no, it's just we're talking about how entertaining.
That's the topic.
Trump is funny.
Yeah.
Has good lines.
Yeah.
Biden is hilarious at physical comedy.
That's his strength.
Pratfalls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's incredible at it. He's maybe the greatest president we've had at physical comedy ever.
Yeah, but do we believe in them? Fuck no. I never met this person in my life.
And now I want RFK. You know why? Because he cares about Bitcoin, aka pump my fucking bags. I don't give a fuck. Pump my fucking bags.
Pump my fucking bag.
I can give a fuck.
But I do feel like in order to exist in this room, that's the energy that we need. And whenever there's someone that's
Smoldering.
Oh,
I can't believe you just said that.
That's I do.
It creates so much tension in the room.
I really love faking that take though.
Yeah,
That's fucking
that's
funny. I like acting like what you said is so appalling.
Like when I do bear videos,
I love
Ryan's
that
like,
I'm ready to flip the fucking table.
he doesn't do it for anything except for when I do bear videos. Only because I always send them to the group chat for the boys when I'm not around. And I send all these bear videos all the
And it's
time.
such a
Hot topic, guys. This is fucking crazy. The bears are like doing all kinds of human shit. This is getting insane now.
and it's like a Yosemite Sam to Bugs moment. It's like, ooh, Steve. Yeah, I like doing that shit. I think that's really good.
But when Anthony Lee is here, I do get offended by the things that he says.
especially because he created that dance for 9/11 and how it didn't really happen.
And a midget is 35 pounds. How funny could it be?
Yeah.
You're throwing a midget around. How much could you throw it?
Like a bowling ball, maybe?
What about you, Ryan? What do you think is likable about you?
I think something that I've always thought is that I try to remember a lot of details about people.
You're very attentive.
Very true.
And then that kind of like, I think that kind of sort of at least hopefully shows that I'm paying attention.
Very much so.
I think a lot of the
really
time
nice.
I've noticed people just get surprised at like, why would you remember that?
Can I say a criticism?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think.
That's a different video. That's a different video.
No. I just want to get this off my chest.
Because Ryan's too likable, we gotta even it out.
Wow, okay.
Constructive feedback.
Sometimes I think you remember too much, and that's scary. And also too, it's like I better not make this guy mad.
Well, he's a psychopath for good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's raining
But
and for good.
he's too thoughtful sometimes. I'm like, how the fuck did you remember that?
Yeah.
You know, and then I get mad.
I also genuinely think it's fun. I just like collecting like data about people.
If he's behind you at an ATM, he memorized your fucking code.
Yeah, he's a little too genuine.
Okay.
He's like, that's a good pin.
But
That's
then
a really good
he'll
pin.
put money into it though.
No, but he withdraws your entire bank account, but then he like cashes it out, and then he gives it to you in a duffel bag like 10 months later, and he's like, hey, like, see, it's all good, and you're like, that ruined my life.
My life is over.
Yeah. I just go, oh, am I still likable?
No, I think Ryan has the ability to relate to pretty much everybody, or make people like feel extremely comfortable, like anybody.
Yeah.
There's like a sense of like compassion, or I don't even know if relatability is it, because like there are people who you wouldn't think would be relatable to you, but you have a way.
All walks of life.
All walks of life.
Like fucking, you made friends with Big Herc? The fucking bank robber that went to jail? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I wouldn't be friends with her.
Right,
And he came all the way out here for you.
that's such a special like skill as a human being to be able to like naturally and authentically too. You're not faking it.
Yeah.
You're not putting it on a front.
He is a friend collector.
Your friend collector.
Hey, you see how many people came to his fucking birthday? His roller rink birthday? It was like
I wasn't
it was a
invited.
small militia, dude.
I was gonna make you guys fucking come to that shit.
Yeah, that's a human superpower, and it's needed in the world.
The ultimate
you piece
test,
of
though,
shit.
is to bring in a pedophile and then see if Ryan could still befriend him. And then if that guy's like, dude, Ryan makes me feel so welcome.
I bet it could happen.
That's the ultimate test.
Well, you make everyone feel good.
All the friends you have, at least one of them is a pedophile. At least.
His name's probably Anthony.
And if I don't know which one it is, it's probably me. That's the rule.
Holy shit. Well, we got to the bottom of it. Steve said it.
Yeah, just saying. Yeah, I have my suspicions.
Why do you think people like Anthony Lee?
I did send Anthony a picture. Oh, I did send Anthony a video though of Tom Cruise jumping out of an airplane for Mission Impossible, and I was like, obviously you're gonna think this is funny, and he replied, not small enough. And Tom Cruise is 5'1".
Damn.
You know?
I think Anthony Lee's likable.
I'm more of a fan of 3 feet guys.
He didn't even laugh at it because he's not small.
We're
enough.
talking about regular Anthony?
Just regular.
I think he's likable by default.
Yeah.
He just has a charisma. Yeah.
Anthony
I think
Lee?
he has actual charisma.
He's got the Riz, as everyone says.
Oh.
I think he just carries a thing where you're like, oh,
Are we talking about cool Anthony or regular Anthony?
regular Anthony? Yeah. He's definitely I think he's pretty likable. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's
But also I think once you really get to know him, it's really fun because he's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
In like really great ways.
He's really funny.
But then you also find out his immune system sucks ass.
Yeah.
And he's always sick.
Breaking down all the time.
I think he's really sick.
And he says yes to every gig that exists.
So it's like their favorite car that breaks down every fucking day.
Like a DeLorean.
They can't even drive it.
It's like a DeLorean. Yeah.
Like he's not here right now because he's opened a car dealership.
Yep.
In Indonesia.
Yeah, come on, dude. Give me a break.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. It's definitely a hard question to answer for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it feels so freaking weird, and then everyone has to pile on what they think. But
Wait,
it's a fun, introspective thing.
he's performing at a grand opening at a car dealership in Indonesia?
Wait, is that for real?
Yeah.
They
For
hired
Mazda.
him for a car dealership? That is so weird.
Oh yeah. By the way,
You gotta get the word out.
I also wanted to point out, just as a side funny thing about Anthony,
Yeah.
when you look up Anthony Lee Kinjas and you go to image search, one of the top results is Steve talking about how Anthony did a dance that denies 9/11 ever happened.
No way.
You fucking made it.
It's so good.
Did
yeah,
we
it's
get
right
there?
here. Look.
Oh, we got there.
So it shows Steve's face.
Made him on top of the world.
Above all of Anthony's success,
And it literally
this is what
says,
makes it in the top.
He had a dance about how 9/11's not real. Just happens to be.
Made it, Ma.
And that's for searching Anthony
Top of the
Lee
world.
Kinjas. And then there's a dance. There's an Anthony Lee posing going like this.
Not like the length of Anthony's like career and his success.
Hey, there's a couple shirts that I randomly found. I thought you guys would like it.
Shut up. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, baby.
This shit.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, a Hasbulla shirt? That's dope.
I just saw them when I was shopping, and I was like, oh shit.
This is a dope shirt. Thank you so
hella
much,
dope.
bro. Holy shit. Let me see.
This is Bin Laden and George W.
What the?
Dude.
Why?
Wait, Steve's shirt's way better than mine.
Dude, this is way better.
I feel like this fits Steve a little bit more. I think this is pretty on brand.
This is a sick shirt. The best thing about this is Anthony Lee would be like, so what?